Hello, this is Racheal of Racheal Grits Creative. Welcome to my channel. And I have a new toy to play with today. And it's a much smaller toy than I thought it would be. There's 6 tubes of paint in this. This is tiny. Okay, what we've got is the 6 tube intro for Golden Open Acrylics. Open, I believe, means more open time to mix, etc. They are slow drying acrylics, and I wanted to give them a try. There's not much in these. I guess it's an intro. And then we've got something called a thinner diluter. Use this to adjust and maintain the working properties of colors and reduce brush drag. So I'm going to just play around with these, and I'm going to take you along with me, unless this is an utter failure, and then you'll never see this video. Never! So this gray paint is not the open acrylic. It is a fast drying acrylic. Like in a minute it dries. There it is. And I'm just kind of getting a base layer down. Then I sanded it, and I kind of like this distressed look, so I'm keeping it. These are the open acrylic colors, pretty much all your basics plus green, and just mixing some things up. It's pretty thin paint. And in a minute, I give it a go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. And then I wait 10 whole minutes. And at the end of 10 whole minutes, when I try to blend it, nothing happens. It's completely dry. So that didn't work, and I need to do another experiment. So I make the paint thicker, like this, and this time I only wait 5 minutes. And the results are a little better, but not much at all. So I use that thinner next. See? The one that's supposed to reduce brush drag, and it actually makes the paint feel a lot softer, kind of silkier. I don't know if you can hear it, but my stomach is freaking growling. Okay. And I think at this time I just wait 5 minutes again. Yes, 5 more minutes. And I would call this a success. This is blending fairly well. And so at this point, I'm just going to work on the background and add some details. And you'll see what I'm going to paint in a little bit. It's all done. I call it dreary. I'm just kidding. It's not done. It's just begun. So it's it feels sticky, tacky, and it's a little shiny, and I think that's just the way it is because it's been several hours and it's definitely dry. So I don't know how open these acrylics are. I gotta play with it. But anyways, I'm gonna continue this, and what it's gonna be is this little bird right here. And then I might give him a hat or something, just so, you know, he's well dressed in the forest. Okay, so I'm going to keep playing with these open acrylics and see if they have enough openness in them for a little blendability. My intent is to see if they can be the base layer. of some oil paintings that I want to do in the future. In the future. I will do that, and I will see you after. Let's bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Okay. Where once there was a bird is a void of black. Dreary, dreary, dreary. By Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, so a couple things happened. I thought I could dash off a video in a day or two, even though I was working with the new material, and I could not. I also thought I could dash off this painting before a dinner party we had planned at our house for 8 people, and that did not work either. Dinner party went off great. So yeah, a couple of things at play here. Got in a hurry, didn't plan, didn't work out. So that is always disappointing, of course, but it just actually kind of makes sense. If you're working with something new, you can't miraculously expect to be good at it the first time. It takes practice. It does. And so I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to treat it as a learning experience. That's what failures are. You fail, you're like, oh, what did I do wrong? Let me try again. Not, oh, I failed. I'll never be good at anything. I need to give up. Everything is black. No, it's not like that. There's a bird under here. There's a bird who wants to get out of here. I'm going to help that bird get out of there, but I have to try again. So, and that includes watching resources on YouTube of people who've done it before and with some success. So I found some folks. I'm going to list them here. And I'm going to try to do this little birdum again because I like him. I want to do him justice. I want him to live. I want him to exist. And I don't want to just give up on my first attempt. That is ridiculous. Keep trying. Just keep swimming, as that fish says in that fish movie. Okay. Here I am just doing my darndest to draw an accurate bird. And this grid method is a new grid method I learned from that Lydia Brockerick video. And I still made him a little funky. It's really hard to be accurate. So I ended up cutting out the bird and just, you'll see in a minute. This is the easy button. Boop. Hello. Better is good. Better is improvement. This is where the little birdum is now. I'm going to call this layer 1, and I think he's going to need a few more layers because even though this acrylic is slow drying, it's dry now, and it didn't take long if it's flat and thin for it to dry. And also a lot of those paints are transparent or semi-transparent. The only one that's not is black with a little beady eye. Definitely it needs to layer like many other acrylics. You can layer it on top of regular acrylic. You can mix it with regular acrylic. You can mix, that would speed up the drying time. You can use that thinner to slow down the drying time or to thin the paint like I did right here. But in general, I'm liking it a lot better. And I think what really helped is putting those big globs of paint at the beginning. Those, is glob a verb? I globbed them. I extruded them from the tube. That sounds terrible, extrude. They came out of the tube around 2 o'clock, and then by 8 p.m., they still were very, very workable, open, soft, smooth. And even the next morning, they were kind of tacky, and they really weren't any good the next morning, but they weren't a solid block of acrylic petrified goo like a normal acrylic would be. So yes, they dry slow. And I think with the addition of a wet palette or some sort of palette where you cover it up so the air doesn't dry it out, they would last a lot longer. So I think they're worth continuing to experiment with. I'm not going to say I love them. I'm not going to say I hate them. But I do like this little bird better than the first little bird. Sorry, friend. Sorry, little dude. I'm going to keep working on this. And off camera, and so I will show it to you in a second, even though it might be a day or two for me. So now I will say, I love ya. Bye-bye. Take care, and if you're in the USA, happy Thanksgiving, because I don't imagine I'll see you again before that. And if you're not, I'm still thankful for you. I'm very thankful for all of you. So I will see you later. I will show you this bird, and then I will see you later. And I haven't forgotten the hat. I haven't forgotten the hat.